Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making some birria empanadas. They're so flavorful and pretty easy to make. If you're new here, be sure you subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a like in this video if you enjoy it, and let's jump right in. To begin, we have about 2 pounds of chuck roast beef here. It's nice and thick. We're going to cut it in half, but before we do, we're going to pat it dry with a napkin. I'm going to flip it over, pat it dry. Now I'm going to cut it maybe in 3 pieces. That way, it'll cook faster. Next, we're going to drizzle some olive oil on there, rub it in just like this, flip over, rub that oil in. Now we're going to lightly season this because we are going to pan sear it for some color. I have salt and pepper only here. The rest of the seasoning we'll add that later so we don't burn the seasoning. So we're going to mix that together. Lightly season the beef. Rub it in, flip over, rub it in, just like this. Now there's no proper way to do this. Just sprinkle and rub. Once you have all your seasoning on there, you are going to pan sear. I have my pot nice and hot. I am going to drizzle some olive oil in there. And then we're going to place our beef right in here. It's time to flip the beef over. As you can see, we have a nice crust on there. We're not trying to cook it, just a beautiful color. That's all we're looking for. All right, time to remove the beef so we can set it aside. Alrighty, we have one more piece that we have to pan sear. Place that right in there, like this. The best pot to boil this, I would suggest you use a Dutch pot or you can use a slow cooker. But yeah, this is what I'm using for today's recipe. All right guys, the last piece is nice and sear, as you guys can see. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to place these back in there, just like that. Place that right in here. Now, I am going to turn off my stove. To save you guys some time, I went ahead and pre-boil my dry peppers. In here I have about 3 different kind of peppers. I have ancho peppers, guajillo peppers, and some chiles. So they're nice and soft. I boiled them for about 5 minutes until they're nice and soft. Now we are going to make our birria sauce. I have all the ingredients here. I have bay leaves, I have onion, garlic cloves. This right here is, what is this again? This is chipotle and adobo sauce. It's a very spicy. I have that, and also we have some cinnamon powder. Okay, this will add a very unique flavor to the sauce, and also we have more seasoning. Of course, I have onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of paprika, ground black pepper, and some chicken bouillon. And also we have the chicken broth. You can use beef broth, of course. If you have that, you can use it. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to place all your peppers to the blender. Now this is about like 3 to 4 peppers each. Pour that in, or you can use that water if you like, but we're going to use the chicken broth for more flavor. Why not? All right, once you have that in, so sorry. Once you have that in, You are going to add your onion, about 4 garlic cloves, the cinnamon powder, the chipotle and adobo sauce, and then you cover for now. Just cover it. Let's cover it and blend. Let me add some chicken broth in there just to help it blend. Ooh, I can smell the chipotle peppers. It smells so spicy. There you go. Once you're done blending all your peppers, you are going to pour it right into the meat. You're just going to pour that in just like this. Now this sauce, a little bit goes a long way. If you like, you can save some, put it in the freezer, but just going to pour all of that in there, just like this. Now I'm going to add in the rest of the chicken broth. This is about 3 cups of chicken broth. We need a lot of water or chicken broth to boil this beef because, you know, beef really take a while to cook. You don't want the water too dry. And it's going to be slowly boiling, so yeah. Now we're going to add in the seasoning. This is going to be so tasty. And also we're going to add the bay leaves in there. Give it a mix, just like so. And we're going to allow this to simmer for about an hour to 2 hours. It depends, okay? So we're going to cover it now and just allow it to simmer. Guys, the beef is finally done. It's looking tender. Oh, it's smelling amazing too. Let me just turn that off. Come take a look. It looks so good. It's smelling amazing. They literally falling apart. As you can see, that's what we want. So it's been boiling for about like 2 hours now. That's why it's so tender. So now I am going to skim the fat. All that fat, we're going to use it later. You'll see what I do with it. Okay, that's why I didn't trim the fat off. So I'm going to pour it into this bowl here. Just skim it and pour it somewhere. You can use it later. Now I'm going to remove the beef so we can shred it. It's gonna be so effortless to shred this because they're literally falling apart. Grab that, pour it here. Now you can just save that for later. This is going to be our dipping sauce. So let's cover this and set it aside. It looks so tender, as you can see. Look at that. Look at this. It is so tender. I like that. Just shred it. You can use 2 forks to just shred them apart if you like, but as you can see, you don't need it. If yours is as tender as mine, you won't need it. Okay. Flavor is out of this world. It's so good. It has the perfect amount of thickness to it. So good. All right, guys, as you can see, it's nice and shredded. Honestly, I can eat this with a side of rice, like a chipotle bowl, but with birria beef, if you know what I mean. So now we're going to set that aside. All right, guys, now here's what we're doing. We're going to pour this oil to a flatter plate because we're going to use it. So I'm going to pour it in there. Try not to get any sauce because we're going to add it in here. You don't want it to splatter all over. So when I mean the sauce, like the water part, just the oil is what we need. So it's right there. I'm going to set that on the side. I have my frozen empanada dough here. You can find this pretty much anywhere. Walmart, Publix, pretty much anywhere. So I am going to place it in this plate here. I'm going to add some of that shredded beef in there. Not too much because as you can see, this is very small. Add some of that beef in there. And also we're going to add some cheese. some cheese. We have a little bit of red onion and cilantro here. We're going to add some of that, and they're very small though because you don't want to overstuff this empanada. Now you're going to flip it over just like this, just like that. Use your fingers to just seal the side. And I have a fork here that I'm going to press the edges with so they can be nice and sealed, so we don't have any oil inside it. Okay, and yeah, now it's nice and sealed up. Now we're going to set that on the side. We're going to grab another one and pretty much do the same thing. A little bit of beef, not too much. It's nice and saucy. Don't add any of the sauce in there because you don't want it to drip in the oil and just make a bunch of mess. Now I'm all done with the empanadas. What you're going to do, this is for color purposes only. If you don't care about the color, it's fine. So I'm going to grab my empanada. I'm going to roll it into this reddish oil. Just roll it on there, just for the color. Just like this. Ooh. And then we're going to add it to our hot oil. I'm going to just keep going until I am fully done with the empanadas. Ooh, smelling good. Perfect. Alrighty, let me flip that one over. Just give that a flip. Maybe it didn't catch the color. I thought I was onto something, but the color is very pale. So that is fine though, that's fine. You know, I'll be coming up with things here and there, but the flavor is still going to be on point. Keep flipping them over until, you know, they're nice and golden brown on both sides. Hey guys, while you're watching, if you're into self-care, you love smelling good, you love feeling good, I do have a homemade skincare line. I make body butters and body scrub. And of course, we have the body oil. This is one of the most selling item on my website. I'm gonna leave everything down below for you. Click the website if you want to buy yourself something special. When you purchase something on the website, you can use the code ISLAND10 for 10% off. All right guys, time to remove our empanadas. They're looking so good. Ooh, smelling amazing too. I can't stop saying that because it is true, okay? I'm going to put it on a napkin so we can soak all the oil. If you have a cooling rack, you can use that as well. Perfect. Look at that. Oof, looks so good. All right guys, it's time to try these absolutely delicious empanadas. I am so excited, so let's give it a try. Let me just break it open for you guys. Ooh. Oh Lord. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce. Ooh, that is saucy. That is so saucy. Give it a try. Wow. This is fire. This is fire. Ooh. What? This is so good. Let me tell you. Wow. Let me tell you something. If you never make anything I made, this right here is the one to try. 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, okay? So delicious, so good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to just go off camera and start eating this. It's too delicious, okay? Be sure to give this video a thumbs up for me. Do not forget to leave a comment. Let me know if you're going to try this out. I'll see you guys on the next recipe. Bye, guys.